Lee Archer. In some parts of the country, I am known as the Tennessee Horse Whisperer. My old faithful back here is Smokey Joe. And as I always say, be true to the horse, they'll be true to you, and first and foremost, be true to yourself. Yeah, I know. Welcome back to True to Horse Horsemanship. Today we got a small group of people here. This is sort of our grand opening / clinic. Got a couple horses here to work. We got some familiar faces out here. We got Ray, who's been a client of mine for, he was, God, 3 years, I guess.
Long time.
And me and him could tell stories, poor fella.
You're on camera.
And second to the end, this end, got Rose Lee. She's been following my career for God knows, I don't know how many years now. And the first thing, I remember the first clinic Rose Lee came to was over in Shelbyville. She was asking me questions, and I'm thinking, she don't think I know what I'm doing. So I don't know, a month or two later, she gave me a call and asked me if I want to do a clinic down Alabama way, and I said, sure. So her and her daughter, Amber, who is a good hand with a horse. Matter of fact, she was in one of the extreme challenges, Mustang Extreme Challenges here in Murfreesboro. Where is she placed at?
You know, she had heart surgery the week before she picked her Mustang up, so she went a lot slower. But I think she was 12th overall, because she was 2 down from the 10 finalists that done the freestyle.
Oh, okay.
But she was kind of like you. She wanted to take that Mustang home, and she said the higher they placed,
oh yeah, the more money,
the more people will bid on him, and she wanted to take him home. So she's her goal was to finish 17th or higher, and she finished 12th.
There you go. Smart move.
Okay, why don't you get your...
And so, you know, this is today we're going to just do some shooting of different things, hear about, and whatever comes up. I know I got one saddlebred to work with and one spotted horse. There's an independent action on each side, and it's a dog bone bit, because at some point, the way I look at it, to really get a super light horse, the way I like them, I gotta get him out of that snaffle. Yeah, I can get him light to a snaffle, but I want to get him to that. Now with him, I play. I'm just using 1 foot. So if I want to trot, see how I brought him down just by using 1 foot? Now if I put 2 feet out there and sit on my seat, that's my brakes. So I try to encourage people, have fun with this. You know, now me, I'm going to try to use as light as I can on my neck reining. So all I do, now I think we were talking about that with your horse the other day. Now you see how he's bent a little bit? Now, like right there, see he stopped? I'm going to use my directional rein, and that's why I like these independent bits, to encourage him to keep moving. And the same way this way, I'll just lay that rein on him. I'll take my directional, play with his mouth a little bit, use my leg, encourage him. Now if I put more pressure on that, my indirect rein would go faster. So, you know, like I said, I got 200 days probably on him in a few years. So it's not as if I'm riding him all the time. Now right there, his stop was decent, but it could be better. I talk often about getting the horse soft to the vertical. So I'm going to get him on the vertical here. Now I'm going to leave my hand position right there. And he's going to have to be responsible for his own actions. See, I'm not holding on to him now. going to prepare him for a stop, which I'm going to get him a little bit softer on a vertical here. Ooh. Now that time he wasn't completely on the vertical, but you see the difference in that stop. I had him on the vertical, and when he stopped, he had that hiney underneath him. But when I get my horses on vertical, I keep them there, and I don't take it up when they give it to me. So in other words, they'll be on the vertical, and my reign's soft. Because to get all these movements, horse got to be working off that hiney. Wherever my body's positioned, I can take him anywhere. He's not too sure about the seats there. So what I'm going to do, if he's looking at y'all, I'm going to use y'all as a training tool. To see how he's really going around. Then I'm going to stop and let him rest right here. Because he's a little bit apprehensive with y'all. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring him over here. I'm not going to start way over here. So I'll just start doing rollbacks. Then when I felt him get closer, we stop and we rest. It's all about pressure and release. I don't care who you follow. At the end of the day, it's pressure and release. There might be a different theory or a different smoke up your butt theory, but it's still about pressure and release. That's all. The only thing is, every horse has got a little bit different. You got to think of, you know, what one horse will react to that another horse won't. So what we're going to do, put him up. I guess grab a saddle, Brad, since you were the first one here.
She's already...
Huh?
I said she's already saddled. She can go first. She's familiar with you, if you don't mind. Oh, if you want me to, I will. I do. Okay.
Okay, well, that changes. What?
If that's okay. I mean, I can saddle him.
No, I will give you a cue, honey. my honey likes to please too. But yeah, we'll go with saddlebred. Huh?
Really bad.
Yeah, I guess
really
it did.
Good. However you want.
Yeah, it depends on what side of the fence you're on.
I could get him.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
He's real forward. I've never really worked with him much. He's not soft on the lateral, vertical. I've just got on him and rode him because he's just fun. He's a spotted saddle horse. He's not registered or anything. And just a good little horse.
Nice to see him move his hip. Now, right there, let me show you something. I mean, when I worked the other horse, I was really tickled because it was like grabbing one of mine. But the first thing you did with him, you don't even realize it. To get him to bend, you did that.
Okay.
You sure did. You didn't do it that hard. So if I want him to bend, I'm not going to use this halter.
Okay.
Now, I will, sorta, that's a contradictory statement. But first, I'm going to go to the hip. Then I'm going to bring my hand in. Now right there. When he pulls on me, Now, you see how I'm not pulling on him? Now he's keeping on bend. But where people go wrong, now I started this. I've got to keep it up until he moves that hip relaxed. Because I've told him what I want to do. Now I'm going to just sort of walk at his hip. 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. So now I want him to slow down a little bit. Right there. Now when he slowed down, I took him a couple more steps, and then I brought him out. It's not well enough just to move that hip. And like I said in numerous other videos, and I think the other day with you, he should rate my speed. In other words, if I go slow, I expect him to go slow. Like that. And since he's a little stiff, I'm not going to be so anal where I want him on a super bend. But he's not allowed to straighten that head out. And when I feel tension in my lead, that's when I go after the hip. Okay? So that's like with Suka earlier. You seen him spinning with that head turned in? This is where the foundation starts. There we go. That's better. Because everybody's so quick want to get that big picture. I mean, you can't get a nice painting all one time. You got to do individual brush strokes. Let me catch up. Well, right there. See how he's just. So I'm doing a couple of things. I'm encouraging him to move that hiney. Also, I'm unlocking that brain. His brain was locked up right there, and he's locked up forward. So it's not I'm being cruel to him. Like in that one video I explained the clicker, I was just using that to unlock that horse's brain. And the same way what I was just doing with him. Just like we did with your other one the other day. I'm gonna wait. Right there. You know, start a foundation. Just because he is older, you know, I might be able to get something done with this bit. But it's like, always go back. Oh, he is. You know, people, this for. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get him bent here a little bit. I'm not going to wait for that moment, not right now, because we'll be here for a while. But I will, now watch, look at that hip, move that hip. Now, see how that works? I'm going to pick up, move that hip. I'm going to keep moving that hip. Right there, I'm going to let go. You got to be inventive. That's where, like I said, a lot of this stuff comes from that hip. I'm going to pick up, move that hip at the same time. Right. Come on, a little bit more. There. So a horse has been trained to start out in them long shank bits. You know, they're going to be this way. There we go, right there. Whew. You just want to see me work for my money this morning. But you notice how I took him out and walked him a little bit? I'm not going to sit here and keep fighting with him. So now I'm going to pick up, move the hip. Good. Now right there. See how much lighter he was? I walked him out. I'm gonna pick up. Now, the way I'm picking up, and I'll show this here in a minute. I'm busy right now. When I do that, you're gonna be on here in a little bit. Because this is where we've got to start. This is, if we don't do anything, we're gonna have 2 sessions with them like I told you. So when I do this, I'm gonna extend my fingertips. I'm gonna extend my elbow. And I'm gonna extend my shoulders. So that way, when I pull around, I'm gonna pull to my belly button. I'm gonna move that hip. That hip. Now in his case, I'm not going to completely, especially on this side, it's just right there. Then I'm going to take my other leg and push him out. I'm going to pick up. Now see how I extend everything? But you see how I didn't jerk? I did a steady pull. So right there where he is so fighting me, I could stop me pulling so he didn't fall. Move that hip. And walk out. Now that one spot was giving me a chance to show some, but when I quit moving that hip and I was trying to pull him around, see how he was resisting me? But as soon as I brought my leg in to get that hip, see, he started coming around. So that's where you got to start with him. There, now see? So we're going to give him a chance here. In other words, we're going to break it up. We're just not going to completely. So in other words, if I pick up this side, and he didn't do it, so I'm going to pick it up, move that hip, and then come out. But if I pick up a side, right there, he come around pretty decent, I'm going to just let him. I'm not going to move that hip. But we're going to build. We're getting built. Because if I keep pushing him and never giving him a relief, you know, especially with him being an older horse, he's liable to fight. Now, will I go back? Yes, I'll go back. Move that hip. And then we're going to go over here, move that hip. There we go. Now, automatically, see what I'm doing with my offhand? I'm laying that rein on his neck. I'm doing that at the same time. So eventually, you know, you'll get like Suka's kind of neck rein, you'll get it. Now right there, that's pretty decent. Now, so what I'm going to do at this point is take my off leg and move that shoulder around. Now I'm going to get back here. Alright, there. I don't care how pretty it is at first. If he's trying, I'm going to come out of it. I'm going to move, put that leg on him. There we go, good boy. Now I'm going to move this side, move this leg right there. Alright, see how that worked? Did you? Huh? Pardon? Do it again. Okay, so I'm going to pick up. Look at that hip. I want you looking at that hip. Now, at some point, right there, I feel I'm pretty soft. I'm going to take this leg and push that front end. Okay, I'm opening and shutting doors. So what I want you to do, first just practice moving that hip a little bit. And I want you looking at that hip, because what happens is, if you look at that hip, see where that hiney is? My hiney. It comes off that saddle. I'm opening this door. I'm closing this door with my butt. Okay, so I sit down. He goes straight. So like right there, he pulled on my hand. I'm going to move that hip. Then we're going to walk out. Now right there, I'm just, but I got to start, instead of fighting him, grabbing him, I'm going to use that hip to help him bend. Now right now I'm just using my hand a little bit, I'm pulling release. And right there he gave me a little fight, so I'll move my leg back in there. Waiting for a moment. And this is why most people quit.
Fall off the horse because of bleeding.
Alright, whoops. Just started about, give it to me. Right there. Now, since it took me a little longer to get it that time, that's sort of telling me I need to back off and go do something else. Because he did it a couple times pretty decent. By that time he's fighting me. There, that's good. Good boy. Boom. Now that was a lot better. So we pick up, move the hip, boom. Pick up, move the hip, move that hip. Maybe do a full circle now. We'll right out of it. Do a full circle, right out of it. I'm not having to hang on to them now. Yes, eventually you would want them where you can just stand and flex them. But right now it's not fair to him. So I got to figure out how to get my point across and be fair to him. There, that was a lot softer. All right, now it's your turn. Just wait a minute. Now, right before I get off, I'm going to end right where I started from. Right. Oop, oop, oop. He's just about ready to give it to me. Right there. Don't worry, that sand's pretty thick. Now it's thicker down there just for GPs.
Hey. You see how she turned that? That's a G's.
Oh, wait, cut!
Get it? Don't cut that out, leave that in, you'll get more viewers.
There you go.
Oh, great. He knows how I am.
He does the editing.
Now just hold it steady. You know where you want them, so just hold it and don't worry about anything. No back, no nothing. All we're doing is concentrating on that head.
There you go.
There you go. Because I wasn't going to tell you when to do it. Unless you waited too long. And he tried a couple times and you just completely...
Just walk around one time.
Huh?
I didn't unpack it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, now pick up. Now don't look at his head. Look at that hiney. There you go. Now move. Now right there. That's it. Good job.
Did you explain about getting what you call it on the vertical?
Pardon?
Why that's so important to be on the vertical?
Well, that helps him work off that hiney. And plus, a horse to really get it, what I call finding that sweet spot on the vertical, you got a relaxed horse. If you're not hanging on to them. Because if they're relaxed on the vertical, like I said, that back is relaxed, they're more apt to use themselves better. And I don't care if a trail horse, that means if you want to stop, you got to stop.
Because all this is looking like ingredients we need to work on when you get out here.
Now look at that hip. Look at that hip. Quit looking at a horse's eyes. I got so many people, and I even do it once in a while, but they look at the horse's head. Well, think about it. If you're not seeing that horse's head, that horse is gone anyway.
Boy, that's nice.
Very good, Denise. But this is a simple exercise for them really horses that want to sit on that bridle. Everybody's thinking about that head, bending that head. Go to that rear end.
She didn't have spray too. That's just...
But like I said, with this horse, if I kept pulling him till he finally softened up, that bit's gonna be through his mouth. So that's, you know, I'm not teaching him nothing there. I'm just teaching him this ain't gonna be nice. What?
Well, she want me to...
I saw that look. You're not done. Here you go. Like I said, Denise brought her horse over the other day, and it was so nice because the in-hand work is almost like grabbing a horse that I've been working. Now look at that hip.
I've worked with that horse.
Huh?
I've been working with that horse. This one was back.
Seems willing though.
He loves it.
You know, that's a nice exercise you do with your horse too. One trips. But on that one, do it one step farther. Get him where you do that and take your outside leg and try to start moving that shoulder over. So that way he starts utilizing that rear end. Because to be honest with you, you saw Suka spin. It still ain't where I want it, but it's still pretty decent. How we got there, it was this exercise. I used that to set them up to get that rear end under them. At a certain point, it's a feel thing. Until you really learn to feel, you know, I can tell you all day, but you got to learn it and really have one-on-one instruction. When they cross over, when you feel that how they really get under them, then you bring that leg in and then cross them over on the front.
Right there, yeah.
But it doesn't have, with the average horse, it doesn't have to be a fight. Well, this is the first part of the series for True to Horse. As with this horse, you saw I didn't get so caught up in just getting this horse bid, as they say. And one gal even got a t-shirt now that says move that hip. A lot of this stuff comes from the hip. And we're going to be filming Denise again with this horse. Right now we're going to take a break, and so it'll be in the next episode. So my kids, grandkids, special person out there, Washington Lake, KDA. And to everybody else, God bless, take care.
Okay.